As we've mentioned before, ascending into higher frequencies means that coming into contact with higher dimensional beings becomes inevitable. This has happened with every ancient civilization that reached ascension, and the reason why is simple. When your vibration rises, you become visible to what once existed beyond your perception. You step into their domain, and they take notice, because now you are vibrating in realms where they reside. Some are benevolent and peaceful, here to assist your evolution. Some are not, and are highly intelligent, with their own agendas, testing, observing, or manipulating where access is granted. Here's what you need to remember. All beings, physical or non-physical, must honor your free will and sovereignty. That is cosmic law. They cannot interfere without your permission, but there's a catch. They can't override your will, but they can manipulate your consent. And that consent doesn't always look like yes. It can look like passivity, fear, curiosity without boundaries, trauma loops. In those cracks, they slither. You're not being attacked. You're being tested for authority. Because once you hold your field with clarity, with command, with consciousness, even the highest dimensional entities must back off. They can only move through agreement, and the moment you revoke it, they bow. These contracts aren't always obvious. Most are subtle, energetic, and cloaked in distortion. They often masquerade as help, power, protection, or curiosity. Here are examples of what they may attempt to get the unaware to agree to. 1. The Teach Me Agreement. I'm open to learning from any advanced being. Sounds harmless, but without discernment, this is an open-door contract to any entity to interface with your energy, benevolent or not. Bad actors may come in pretending to be guides or ascended beings while siphoning energy, planting programs, or misleading your growth. 2. The Savior Contract. I can't do this alone. Please help me. Take this pain away from me. This invites intervention from entities, claiming to rescue you, but often at the price of your sovereignty. These are dependency contracts, and many dark ETs feed on that desperation. Once you give them access, they can begin steering your thoughts, dreams, and decisions. 3. The Activate Invitation. I want all my gifts unlocked, no matter what it takes. Without clarity, this gives permission to beings to tamper with your DNA, aura, and psychic channels, not always in your highest alignment. Some ETs activate you by injecting foreign frequencies, false light codes, or programs that mimic spiritual gifts but cause long-term distortion or burnout. 4. Sexual or pleasure-based contracts. Interdimensional sexual dreams or filling energy lovers at night. These are pleasure-based siphoning contracts. Some entities pose as divine masculine or feminine energies, soulmates or lovers. When you allow these repeated astral interactions, it creates open cords to your sacral, draining you while keeping you addicted to the connection. 6. False light mission contracts. I just want to help everyone. Use me however you need. This often comes from a pure heart, but if it's not rooted in clarity and boundaries, it becomes a slave contract to false light agendas. These entities exploit your service orientation to drain, overwork, and misdirect your energy, leaving you depleted or chasing illusions. These are just a few examples out of many, and one may wonder, If we're rising into higher realms, why is this still happening? Why isn't it all love and light? And that's because the higher realms don't remove polarity. They just refine how it shows up. Manipulation still exists, not because source is cruel, but because free will is sacred. Even beings in higher dimensions are allowed to operate how they choose, light or dark, healing or siphoning. Some beings evolved technologically, not spiritually. They have knowledge of energy, time, and consciousness, but no devotion to love. That's why they can appear higher, yet still be predatory. Ascension doesn't mean escape, it means initiation. You're not just going up, you're becoming sovereign, able to stand in your light without leaking it, to hold power without giving it away, to see through glamour and distortion, even when it's beautiful or seductive. And the reason you're required to heal is this: because what you haven't healed will negotiate on your behalf. Your unworthiness will sign contracts your spirit never agreed to. Your trauma will say yes just to feel safe again. So no, it's not all love and light, but it's not all darkness either. Some of these beings are benevolent, guides, helpers, protectors of balance. But just like humans, others are manipulative. They operate with higher intelligence, energetic mastery, and technological precision. Some will appear godlike, and that's what makes the manipulation easier to miss. Because when you've been taught to worship light without discernment, you will follow anything that glows. That glow? It's deceived entire civilizations before you. It's how ancient ascended cultures were infiltrated and collapsed, not from lack of wisdom, but from lack of spiritual boundaries. That's why this message is coming now, not to scare you, but to prepare you.